What's good, everybody? So we had some running around to do today, and it took me in the vicinity of the Burlington that I frequent, though we do have two in town now. And I was skeptical to even bother stopping because I know it's been scarce after Christmas. A lot of shelves are just bone dry. But I figured, why the hell not? Ended up finding a couple of things I want, including a new controller for my PS4, a fighting pad that looks like the Sega Saturn controller, which is my favorite fighting pad of all time. But we're going to try something a little different this time. That's why you see me talking in an intro on a Rack Store video for a change. You see it on that screen. We're going to watch it together. I'm going to narrate a little bit. But first, we got to hit that intro. So stay tuned. Well now, let's check it out, shall we? Set the mood. Leave that over there. So they actually had a decent amount of fragrances. I was quite surprised. Hugo Iced, even though it's a different bottle, it's still a great fragrance if you like, fresh mint. It's a designer fragrance. Quorum, classic barbershop, super powerful, spicy aromatic, 3 a.m. I mean, I don't know what I can say to you guys that you haven't heard me say before. It's one of the best cheapies out there. Big fan of these gas fragrances. All of them seem to be at least okay at the worst, So based on what I was looking through, I was like, probably not going to see anything I want. Just kind of going through some decent stuff that I already have as far as cheapies. Zaharoff Nighttime somebody's asked me about recently. Then I saw Joop Jump. I've had that in my cart for FragranceNet. I couldn't tell you how many times. So it was a no-brainer. I was absolutely grabbing that. It's a Joop flanker I wanted. This looked different from regular Zaharoff Pour-On. That's why I kind of inspected it, thinking it was some kind of limited edition maybe. But terrible price for that small bottle. I mean, I already have Zaharoff Pour-On. I debated on Nighttime. I've had people ask me about it. I see it all the time at the rack stores, but I wasn't feeling it. So I said, just in case, let me look through the women's, because you never know. And it's all women's fragrances until I get to this Joop Wow box. They had a couple of them. And I said, let me double check and make sure that's women's. And it says fresh for men right under eau de toilette. So, okay, men's flanker, 40 ml. It's cheap. I guess I'm getting two Joop fragrances. Why the hell not? So I ended up grabbing two Joop fragrances. Yeah, that was pretty much it. So we'll go back to just me on the screen. So let's grab these fragrances, shall we? And for those of you that even care, this is the PS4 controller I saw officially licensed. Looks just like a damn Sega Saturn controller. Was $16.99. I plan on playing some Street Fighter Anniversary Collection tonight on my gaming channel. So, figure why not. I do have a couple fighting pads. I've got a Hori fighting pad. I've got a Wing Commander. I got a Mortal Kombat fighting pad. I like different fighting controllers, But on to what matters the most, the fragrances. That's what we're here for, right? That's what you guys are here for. Joop Jump. I don't remember the note breakdown, but if I remember correctly, it's kind of like a fresh green fragrance. 20 bucks, 100 ml, and then 15 bucks for 40 ml. Joop Wow Fresh for Men. Never looked at a note breakdown before. I have absolutely no freaking idea what this fragrance is all about. It might be super generic, bland, basic, or it might be a nice little gem for 15 bucks. I have no idea. Let's bust these open, see what they smell like. So out of curiosity, we're going to start with Joop Wow Fresh. I've never smelled anything in the Wow line. So I'm very, very curious. I've never seen a video on it. The bottles look interesting for sure. Bring it back a little bit and it'll focus. There we go. Joop Wow. Is it a twist off? Interesting. Looks like a bottle cap though. Let's go with this hand. Give that a second. I have abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, so twist down. All right. No clue what the notes are. It's inherently fresh and spicy and fruity. That's immediately what jumps out to me. There's something spicy here that doesn't come across as a pepper spice. A little bit maybe. It doesn't remind me of anything specific, so that's a good thing. I'm trying to figure out what this is that I'm smelling. There's a certain fruit that I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is. It's not super sweet fruity or anything like that, but it's got a familiarity, but I can't think of what it's reminding me of. There's a familiar note here that I haven't smelled in a while that's jumping out at me, or a certain accord. It's almost like an aquatic citrusy type of smell. And there's a spiciness here, but it's not a very warm spice. It's more of a fresh spice. I mean, considering it's called Fresh for Men, I guess that makes sense, right? Almost, and it doesn't smell exactly like it, but almost an Invictus Aqua feel, but not quite the same. Like that type of aquatic vibe, but not the same scent profile, if that makes any sense for you guys. I'm very curious about the notes here. It's spicy, but fresh. It's aquatic, but not real watery or salty. You know what we can do? I mean, considering that we're actually filming from the computer and the webcam and not off my camcorder, we have web browsers at our disposal. Joop Wow Fresh. Alright, so let's let me put that over here to this window. Let's take a look, shall we? Joop Wow Fresh, Spicy, Aromatic, Citrus, Ozonic, Aquatic. So I kind of nailed it here on the accords. But there's something distinctive it's reminding me of that I can't pinpoint. Let's take a look at these notes. Violet leaf, that's that aquatic nature that I'm getting. That makes sense. Okay. Because I didn't want to say violet leaf. I was thinking it, but it didn't distinctively smell like violet leaf specifically, because it adds a little bit of an aquatic nature. Violet leaf's good for that. More and more it's starting to smell, so that makes sense. I don't get a lot of mintiness though, so the geranium, I don't know. I'm sure longevity's nothing special, but what's it similar to? Chrome! That's what the hell it was. Because there was something aquatic about it and it had a familiarity. And I was thinking maybe Invictus Aqua type of stuff, but we'll close that off. So I had the accords down. I just couldn't quite figure out what the notes were. So it's very aromatic, fresh, spicy, and aquatic. Has that feel. It is legitimate. It doesn't smell exactly like chrome. It's not as metallic. It's like a less sharp version, I guess you could say, of chrome. So if you like chrome, this is of that vibe then. That makes complete sense to me. It's similar but not the same. That'd be a good way to put it. Because it is a little bit smoother and it's definitely spicier. What's giving it the spice? I don't know, because you saw the notes. Lavender, violet leaf, bergamot, geranium, and bourbon vanilla. Nothing really inherently spicy about the note breakdown, but there is a fresh, spicy nature to this fragrance. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's not super complex. It's not mold breaking and new, but it's pleasant. For $15, it's not bad. It's better than most at $15 because the quality's decent. It doesn't smell super synthetic. So not bad. Is it something I'm going to wear all the time? Probably not. It may get reserved to out the shower and maybe specifically in the summertime. It's definitely not the season for it right now with it being winter. I mean, I'm wearing a heavyweight hoodie because it's 16 degrees outside while we were out and about today, and it'll be in the single digits tonight. So not the right fragrance for that, but for $15, it's actually quite solid. Not bad. I'm glad I grabbed it. Let's check out Joop Jump. So this is one I've wanted for a while. There's the green bottle. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but supposedly they're similar to one another. So the bottle looks like it's different from pictures I've seen of it in the past. Basic little chrome painted plastic cap. So if I don't remember the notes, but if I remember the accords or what it's supposed to smell like correctly, it's supposed to be kind of fresh and green, more green than anything else. And I'll be good with that if that's the case. Even though it's a blue bottle, from what I understand, it's a green fragrance. Ooh, it smells kind of powerful too. It's really kind of in the area here. Much more fruity than I anticipated. It's a very fruity sweetness up top. Honestly, upon first sniff, I like Joop Wow Fresh more. This is kind of more my cup of tea. And I can smell a quality difference. I'll tell you right now, this is much more synthetic smelling than Joop Wow Fresh. Joop Wow Fresh is actually pretty solid. This has that plum fruity sweet smell. I'm wanting to say plums in here because it smells like it. And I don't mean smells just like Joop Homme Ice either. So don't think I'm confusing the two, but it's got that fruity sweetness of maybe a plum note or something. Let's take a look and see, shall we? Again, we have the benefit of it. Why not put it to our disposal? Let's go Jump, just out of curiosity. So no, that's the same bottle. So here we go. Let's take a look. The bottle's not loading. Aromatic vanilla, powdery, citrus, fresh, spicy, almond, amber, musky, woody, sweet at the bottom. I'm getting a lot more sweet than I am anything else. Let's see what the notes are. Heliotrope. Interesting. I got a fruity sweetness coming across here on my skin. And it doesn't smell like grapefruit, so I'm kind of surprised by this note breakdown. The tonka bean makes sense, and it's very powdery right away, but it's got a sweetness on my skin. And this note breakdown outside of tonka bean, and it was very fruity up top, and it didn't smell like grapefruit to me. That's why I said plum. Had a strange fruity sweetness. Honestly, this isn't really doing much for me. I don't know if I wear this that often. I'll give it some chances. Obviously, I'm not going to judge it off of first impression completely, but I mean, if I had to throw a number at it, I would say it's like a 5 out of 10. Definitely not wowing me in any way. Yeah. It's okay. It's powdery sweet. It's fruity. Even though the note breakdown doesn't show any real fruitiness. It's a bit fruity. It's not as pronounced as it was in that initial blast. It's much more synthetic than Joop Wow Fresh. I think Joop Wow Fresh, for as simple of a fragrance as it is, this is like a 6.5 out of 10. This is solid. I like this way more than Joop Jump. Joop Jump, nothing special. Even for 20 bucks, I wouldn't say, unless it's something about the note breakdown or anything you may have heard somewhere entices you, nothing special here. Nothing special. I think at best it's a 5 out of 10. It's an okay fragrance. But Joop Wow Fresh, I like this. I like this because I like violet leaf fragrances. I like aquatic fragrances. It kind of smells like a better version of Chrome, honestly, because the Chrome comparison makes sense, but the quality's a little better here. It's not as sharp, metallic, and astringent as Chrome can be, which I do love Chrome. I've worn Chrome several times recently in the last few weeks. I wore it several days in a row out the shower. Chrome's solid. I like this a little bit better. I think this is every bit of a 6.5 out of 10. What performance is like, who knows? Based on the scent profile, I'm not expecting anything super long lasting. I'm thinking at best, a 5-6 hour fragrance. Probably somewhere in the 3 to 5 hours realistically. 3 to 5 hour range. But it's just enjoyable. It's spicy enough to have a little bit of character to it, even though the note breakdown doesn't say anything to lead you to believe it'll be spicy. But on my skin, and based on the ranked accords there, there's definitely a fresh spice to it. And the lavender doesn't make it really soapy, so that's a plus. You do smell the lavender, but it doesn't make it overly soapy. It does have a bit of a shower gel feel. Violet leaf and lavender can do that. That, you know, the metallic aquatic nature of violet leaf mixed with the soapy nature of a lavender. A little bit of a shower gel feel here, but the spice gives it enough depth, just enough, to make it a solid buy for 15 bucks for 40 ml. And 40 ml will go a long way for a lot of people, especially for me. So, like I said before, Joop Jump, nothing special. My vote, pass on it if you see it. It's not even really worth the 20 bucks in my opinion. It's kind of bleh, because for 20 bucks you can get Joop Homme Ice, and it's way better than this. Way better than this for 20 bucks from Joop. Now this, if you like freshies, I think it's a solid freshie. Well, that's my first impressions on Joop Jump and Joop Wow Fresh for Men. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. Have you tried either one of these? I'm very unimpressed with Joop Jump, and I've kind of wanted it for quite a while now, a few years. I've been procrastinating buying it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I've put it in my cart many times on FragranceNet, and yeah, I can't see myself wearing it too many times. I'm going to wear it a few times initially over the next several weeks to really give it a chance and see if I like it a little more. Some fragrances have to grow on you over time. Full wearings will tell you a better story than just one spray on your hand on an initial impression. But definitely Joop Wow Fresh is the one I enjoy. That alone makes me want to try more of the Joop Wow line. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on either and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.